MRecktv.
It's your guy David Flash Sparks, aka the Mad Boxer, and this is Let the Sparks Fly, live on MRecktv. Let's get it.
How much money you think they paid Tank?
Tank gonna make upwards around 100 million. I had the pleasure of training with Gervonta Tank Davis. You know, the gym packed, Floyd Mayweather there. We deep, everybody deep. It's packed. Tank tell him, yo, shut the bell off. No bell, fight till you drop. Yo, Tank must have hit Boy with an uppercut from hell.
Dang.
Boom! Everybody like, oh.
Let the sparks fly. My brother, David Flat Sparks. You're one of the best, boxers I know. Boxing knowledge is impeccable.
Facts.
The last time we got up and did footage, it went super viral on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Complex got us trended. Salute to the whole Complex staff, BG, and all that.
It's love.
But we gotta address the biggest fight, the biggest exhibition fight that been announced. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. Let's get to it.
Let's get it. And this is a fight that I'm very close to. For the people who don't know me, I had the privilege of training with Floyd Mayweather and Money Team for 4 years, from 2016 to 2020. Y'all can look it up. So y'all can see everything is official, everything's certified. So during that time, I had the pleasure of training with Gervonta Tank Davis, being in the gym with him, seeing him put in his work. Then on the flip side, I had the pleasure of being a part of Jake Paul's camp when he fought Mike Tyson. I was a sparring partner. And so I know the best of both worlds. So yeah, we got to get into that because this is exciting.
Let's get into it, man. Now, when it was announced, was you surprised?
I mean, they talked about it before, but I was like, how because of the size difference, it kind of was like, it was like fairy tale type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't really see it happening, but now that it's stamped and it's happening, I could see it going. I could see it being a huge event, which is gonna be.
Gotcha. Now, the fact that
Tank
supposed to fight Roach for the rematch, Roach looked a little bit, let's say, I wouldn't say upset, but he's disappointed.
Right. I would say disgruntled, because he needed, Roach is out playing his career where he needs big fights. And being that he had a draw with Tank, which is really a win, and on his behalf, because nobody thought he would even last the full 12 rounds. Some people even said that he won, because you remember the braid got in Tank's eye, he took the knee. So a lot of people were saying they should have counted that as a knockdown, and Roach should have won the fight. But I feel like he's disgruntled because he needed that rematch. He needed that big fight again, and there is talks of him fighting Shakur, but it's not really, I don't know what's going to happen with Roach, but he needed that Tank fight. And now Tank just, he just went a whole nother direction with it, fighting Jake Paul.
Now, Tank fighting Jake Paul, why you think Tank made that decision?
We in a fight game for money. That's what it's about. I mean, I understand the fans being upset because from a viewer standpoint, you want to see him in a tougher fight with somebody at his weight class that's higher ranked in the boxing world than Jake Paul is. They two different weight classes. Most people want to see Tank fight Shakur. That's the main thing they want to see. Tank fight Shakur, or they want to see the rematch with Lamar Roach. However, it's so much money on the table with Jake Paul. This being an exhibition, this being because you gotta factor in that this is an event. It's a spectacle. It's not just a fight. It's not something that you would just see on HBO back in the days or Showtime back in the days.
Correct.
This is a huge pay-per-view event, like the awards. Know what I'm saying? Like it's a big event like that. Kind of like transcending boxing somewhat, you know?
And it's going to be in Atlanta.
And Atlanta, what better place? What better place than, you know, the place where when it comes to these type of events, it's the perfect place because
It show out.
that they're gonna show out. It's gonna make it a huge event. Everybody gonna come dripped up. You got the celebrities, you got the rappers, the actors. It's gonna be a spectacle.
The Vixens,
The Vixen, oh yeah, oh.
the BBL model.
By the way, I went to a few Tank fights in the Park Place Center. I went to his fights in Vegas too. I tell you, Tank bring them out. I'm talking about,
The baddies.
yo, I'm telling you, think you had Luke. You think we had one of Luke old videos or something. So yeah, Luke concert back in the days. 2 Live Crew. They be crazy in tape events. No cap.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. Well,
Now, let me ask you this. How much money you think they paid Tank for this fight?
I'm gonna be honest. Upwards around, you know, my sources is telling me upwards around, by the time everything is over, the purse, the pay-per-view numbers, the ticket sales, all of that, Tank gonna make upwards around 100 million. Real talk. So you can't really blame him for taking that. I mean, first of all, right, it's an exhibition. So it's not like a championship fight, or it's more of an event. Then you gotta remember, like I said, Tank bring out the actors, the rappers, the athletes, the basketball players, football, and then you got Jake Paul, who brings a whole nother crowd. He brings the YouTubers, so that's different. It's like a whole gathering of the world, that people that do different things. So I see why Tank is gonna make close to 100 million, not more.
And it's going to be on Netflix.
It's gonna be on Netflix. Come on, live on Netflix in Atlanta. It's just a recipe for a huge event. Yes.
Now, the fact that this is happening around the same time the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight happened, like literally on the same date, I believe, November 15th.
Wow, right. I didn't think about that.
The same day, because it's the day before my birthday.
Okay,
Birthday is November.
Yeah, salute. Yep.
You know what I mean? Scorpio. So, yeah, Scorpio season. Jake Paul, I don't know what it is, that date. I don't know if he might be on. I have to look into that. Whatever.
Might be.
Yeah, but then I saw somebody from Tank Team on Fight Hype. I didn't look at the interview, but I saw the headline. It says something like, "Oh, nah, this is not going to be like the Mike Tyson fight. This is something different." Like, speaking like Tank ain't, ain't pushover pretty much.
Well, I could say this. As I said, I had the pleasure of training in the gym with Tank. I seen Tank knock out big guys. Quick story, right? So he trained in a fight. I forgot the guy's name in the UK. This was
And where at?
this had Floyd Mayweather gym in Vegas. Like I said, I lived out there for 4 years, trained with the money team. Tank, for his big fights, he'll come out there and do his training camps. So he was fighting I can't remember his name, Liam something, the dude from the UK. So Tank about to go out there and fight. So he do his whole camp at Floyd Mayweather's gym. We call that the doghouse. So boom. If y'all know about the doghouse, just look it up. Floyd Mayweather doghouse, and you see how we was giving it up in there. For this particular training camp, can't remember his last name. He was like a 154 pounder, but this is the thing about fighters, right? We at least 20 pounds heavier during the process of training, getting ready for the fight. Boston or Connecticut, he from around that area. Son is nice, not gonna cap. He getting with Tank, getting with it. Know what I'm saying? So he ain't getting the best of Tank. Tank ain't getting the best of him. They getting busy. So boom, the gym packed. Floyd Mayweather there. We deep. everybody deep is packed. Tank tell him, yo, shut the bell off. Once they shut the bell off, that's the doghouse rule. No bell. Fight till you drop. Yo, son, they shut that bell off. Long story short, Tank turning it up. Time go by, he get meaner. The other dude, the kid that he's sparring, his Tank going down. Tank energy going up. Yo, Tank must have hit Boy with an uppercut from hell.
Damn.
Boom! Everybody like, oh, they stopped him. Boom, Tank stopped Boy. Imagine Boy like,
You put him down?
he finished him. Boy didn't even drop. He was out on his feet. Now I'm saying out like this. They had to stop it. They get him out the ring. Now they add another kid. This kid from New York. His name is I forgot my son name from Staten Island. I forgot my son name. They put him in the ring. Now he starts sparring, but he's seen what Tank did to Boy. Tank bringing it to Son. Son ain't want to give it his full 100% because he didn't want to get knocked out. But from that day on, I kept seeing Tank stop. Tank was stopping all his sparring partners, stopping them knockouts. Know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about some dudes is big, light heavyweight, middleweight. Tank stopping him. So I say that to say, if Tank catch Jake Paul with a clean shot, he's very well capable of knocking out Jake Paul. Do I think that's gonna happen? I don't think it's gonna happen. But he's very well capable of knocking out Jake Paul if he catch him the clean shot. So for the people, and I told that story for the naysayers that's saying he's too small. No, if he catch a big man with a shot, he putting him out. I seen it with my own 2 eyes. I seen him put dudes out, big dudes. So, and then y'all know my story about Jake Paul. Can't sleep on him either.
So let me ask you this. Nestle, I know Tank put out bigger dudes.
Yeah.
But was they Jake Paul weight?
So now big dudes on the money, yeah. Oh. Yeah. I seen it with my own 2 eyes. I seen it. Because like I said, fighters, we have the tendency of walking around at a different weight than we fight at. So we always at least 20 pounds overweight. Not saying that that's good, but that's just what it is. We be like 20, 15, sometimes 25, 30 pounds overweight. So if a dude is middleweight, he walking around 200 pounds.
Gotcha.
Now I'm saying, and I'm seeing Tank stopping middleweights. So I know he's very well capable of knocking out a cruiserweight or a heavyweight.
Gotcha. Now you were saying on the Jake Paul side of things.
On the Jake Paul side, y'all heard me tell my story. When my first sparring session with Jake Paul, I was sleeping on him. It was a mixture of me sleeping on him and a mixture of me not wanting to go too crazy because I didn't want to get kicked out of training camp because I needed that bread. You know what I mean?
It was on light.
So I was going light. And my man Jay Leon, my brother Jay Leon, salute to Jay. Now I'm saying he told me, yo, you can't play with this kid. But I'm so stuck up on myself. Now I'm saying I know the pain that I put in. I know I get busy. So I'm like, yo, I'm a bring it to like from a scale of 1 to 100. I'm gonna bring it like a 30%. And that's when Sean caught me. Boom, Sean caught me bad. And I said, nah, I can't play with him. So ever since that sparring session, every time I stepped in the ring with him, A game. Know what I'm saying?
So now that happening, he was, going like he caught you. Now, you're a fighter.
Yeah.
So did you feel like, oh, nah, I gotta rock him back?
I gotta get mine back. I'm a fighter.
So how that worked out?
He could give shots. He could take shots. Now I'm saying he's not no female. He don't have female tendencies where he go cover up and he gets hit and he runs out the ring and cries and complain. Nah, Jake Paul. And this is why a lot of people might not understand what I say when I mean he's a legit fighter. Now I'm saying, but I'm telling you from my experience, and I'm him. Now I'm saying everybody knows I'm him, bro, been him. But I could tell you from my real life experiences sparring with the man, he's a real fighter, bro. He's not. He trains hard. He's dedicated. He's not gonna go cry when he get hit. He's gonna fight back. And he's gonna try to hurt you. He's gonna try to hurt you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when it come to him and Tank, he's gonna try to hurt Tank. It's not gonna be. They both gonna try to hurt each other. I think Tank best bet is to box him, at least use his boxing experience that he has over, because Jake Paul been boxing for 5 years. Tank been boxing his whole life, so he needs to use that experience to to be able to move around the ring, stick a move, and pick his spots when he let his hands go. Also, I want to say this too, right? A lot of fighters, because since we did the first interview, a lot of fighters been disagreeing with me when I say Jake Paul is a real fighter, and they've been disagreeing with me when I say that this is a good fight. This is not no BS fight. It's an exhibition, but it's still entertainment. And the thing about it is this, right? Instead of hating on Jake Paul and hating on Tank for this fight, y'all fighters should be appreciating them, because they're about to bring a whole new set of eyes to the sport, which is something Jake Paul been doing since he came in the game. He been bringing eyes to the sport that never paid boxing attention in their life. So if you smart like me, you would take advantage of that. Oh, we got a whole new fan base coming in. They paying attention. Oh, let me add something new to my game to capture their attention. Let me step my game up. Let me train harder, so when they see me fight, they could become fans of mine. Because that's the only way you could look at it is, if there's new eyes coming to the sport, I need those eyes to pay attention to me.
Correct.
So why y'all boxers complaining? It's stupid. Y'all bugging. Y'all gotta use y'all brain. We got new guys coming and watching us fight, new females, new fans. Get them to be fans of yourself. That's
But also, remember, HBO went out of business fast on the sports side of things. More HBO boxing.
Facts.
Jake Paul coming with a whole nother entity, the biggest entity in streaming, Netflix.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? It took him to do that.
Nobody else bought that.
Yeah. So you got to give him credit for that.
Bro, I give that man all the credit in the world. And again, people say, oh, because you know him or because you're cool with him. Let me tell y'all something, man. Whether I knew him, whether I went to training camp with him, whether I was a sparring partner or not, I'm smart enough to know he's adding on to the game. Y'all say he's taking away, he's adding on because he's bringing more eyes. How about if all the hardcore fighters that y'all want to see keep fighting each other, right? And the other people that's outside of boxing don't pay us no attention. How much money y'all think we gonna make then? If only a small population of the world is paying us attention, because it's not like it used to be. It's not like it used to be. Back in the days, boxing was the #1 sport. Right now, I feel like it's the #1 sport. I'm saying, but in reality, people only paying attention because of certain people joining our sport, like Jake Paul, like Logan Paul, like guys that come from the internet side that come along. Like I said, if you smart, we would take advantage of the fact that we got new eyes paying attention to us. It's your guy, David Flash Sparks, a.k.a. the Mad Boxer. And this is Let the Sparks Fly, live on MRecktv. Let's get it.
MRecktv.